Hello and welcome to Minecraft 100 Squared. Minecraft 100 Squared is an idea I came up with for a Minecraft Let's Play series where the world border is only 100 blocks by 100 blocks across. So it's a very limited space with very limited resources. And I think it should be pretty interesting to see how it works in a world like this. Now I'm just going to be a straight up survival, all the defaults, except I am going to allow cheats. And the reason I'm going to allow cheats is simply for the commands to set up the world border at the start. But no other commands will be used. This will be a vanilla survival series other than the initial setup for the world border. So I'm just going to generate the world and just go with whatever we get. So hopefully we start in a decent spot. The only way I would not go with this randomly generated world is if maybe it's in the middle of an ocean. But this looks like a pretty decent start here, actually. So I'm just going to go right with this. So, and you can follow along with this if you want to do it yourself. So what you got to do is check your coordinates. So my X is 52.5 and my Z is 21.5. And to set this up, what you need to do, actually I'll leave that open, is go world border, center, and then you type in your X, except instead of the 0.5, put 0.0. Because if you put the 0.5, or don't put the 0.0, so if, for instance, you just put 52, what's going to happen is it'll center it on the half block. Oops, I accidentally made a mistake there. It'll center on the half block, and you don't want that because then your world borders will be on the half block. So you'll actually have it'll be 100 blocks across, but you'll have two half blocks on either side, so you'll actually have access to 101 blocks in each direction. So you don't want that. And then, so once the world border is centered, then you just set it to 100. And if we look around, yep, you can see it off in the distance there. Right there, actually up in the sky and everything. So that is our world, the space within this border. And, yeah. Well, we got some pigs, that's good. It's good to have at least some sort of meat source. We got some bees. That might come in handy later. Let's see. There's a few things that I would really like to have. Sheep. Sheep is good. Now, if only we have some cows. If we have some cows, that'll be perfect. Because, of course, cows give you leather, which is going to be important when we get into enchanting for books. Although, of course, if we end up without cows, there are other ways to get leather. So that won't be the end of the world. I'm not seeing any cows, though, so this could be... That's too bad. But, of course, we got the pigs for meat and sheep for meat, actually, too. And, of course, for wool. Although I probably would have taken the cows over the sheep. There's some cows just outside the border over there. I wonder if they'll be able to wander in. I think that might be possible. And of course we don't have reeds. Which, yeah, I'm not sure how big of a problem that is going to be. We have some reeds right off there, just outside the world border. I'm hoping that you can get reeds another way. Off the top of my head, The only other way I can think of would be maybe trading, but of course, I don't know for sure if that is something you can trade. Hopefully it is, but we'll have to see. That is something that's going to be very important, especially later on, is trading. We're going to have to get a village up and running. Of course, we won't be able to find a village, so we will have to create one from scratch. You know, we'll have to capture zombie villagers and make a village that way. Assuming we have access to all of the materials that we need to make the necessary stuff to take care of the zombie villagers. I hope we do. It's been a while since I've had to do that, so off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure what exactly we need, but hopefully we'll have access to it, whatever it is. So I mean, really, this is going to start just like any other Let's Play. You know, gotta make the tools, gotta build a little hidey hole to live in for the first night. I mean, actually, I almost forgot. This is going to be a hard series. I'm not going to lock it, though, because later on I plan on doing some stuff with mob spawners and farms and stuff. So not being able to switch to peaceful, if you have an issue with those, can be a big problem. Because if you accidentally spawn too many mobs or something, it can really lag out and make it impossible to fix anything. So I'm just going to leave it on unlocked, just as a backup, just in case the unthinkable happens and I have to go to peaceful in order to save the world from being useless. But of course, there will be no switching, just normally, because, well, what would be the fun in that? The whole point is to try and live in this limited world. Now, of course, survival's not that hard. Anyone who's played Minecraft very much can tell you, surviving in Minecraft, it's not that bad. I mean, on hard, you will starve, so you need a food source, but I mean, you could literally just dig a hole with a little farm in it, and you're good. It's really not that big of an issue. So surviving and thriving is what the goal of Minecraft, at least in my eyes, is. Because, of course, anyone can survive in Minecraft, but surviving and doing cool stuff while you do it, that's the trick. Yeah, you don't want to just have a boring game. You want to, you know, do cool stuff. So I plan on doing, you know, building a cool base, building farms, redstone things, all that kind of stuff. Because otherwise, really, what's the point? Really, the whole limited world area, the whole small world border, I think building and resource gathering and all that sort of stuff is going to be very interesting. So yeah, I could just get some of those pigs, find some carrots, you know. If I go fight some zombies, I'll get some carrots, and just have a little food farm, and I'm good. But where's the fun in that? Now, I don't know if I'll be able to beat the game, as in kill the Ender Dragon. Of course, killing the Ender Dragon, though, isn't really beating the game, is it? It's just kind of like the very beginning in a way. I always found it funny how, some people who don't really play Minecraft consider finding diamonds to be like, beating the game. Like, what else is there to do once you find diamonds? Really, for anyone who's an experienced Minecraft player, finding diamonds is the beginning of the game in a way. It's like, what can you really do until you find diamonds? Not much. I mean, look how slowly I'm mining here with this stone pick. You can't really do much. Now, of course, diamonds are going to be limited because, as far as I know, there is no way to make diamonds renewable. So what we find is what we find, and we're going to be very careful with how we use our diamonds. So we're actually right at the world border here, and there is a cave. Luckily I have some gravel, so I can actually get down here somewhat safely. He's trying to get away. It's kind of funny. I'm only going to kill you. It's okay. It'll be fairly painless. There you go. Now I must have a disclaimer. I'm not an expert at Minecraft, so I do know a lot about the game, but if I make some mistakes, don't be too surprised. So we have that skeleton over there, but that's where the cave is. There's a lot of zombies back there. It almost makes me think there might be a zombie spawner down here. And if there is, that would be really, really nice, because a zombie spawner would be, not as good as a skeleton spawner, but it would be very good for experience, because spawners make very easy XP farms. So zombies are kind of the worst because they don't really drop anything useful other than the experience, but they're better than nothing. I don't think that anything can spawn outside the world border, so I think I should be okay here, even though there's a dark cave right there. I don't think anything will spawn in there, so I'm not going to worry about that. And of course, there's some coal right there that I can't get to. But that's the whole point of the challenge, isn't it? Now I'm digging myself into a hole, which could be a mistake. But, oh well. I mean, this isn't a hardcore series, so of course if I die, the series keeps going. I plan on just making it a rather normal Minecraft Let's Play, other than, of course, the whole small world border thing. I'm not entirely sure of the format. Like, this first episode I'm going to record entirely live, just because, it's the introduction, and you might want to see the initial beginnings. But later episodes, it's entirely possible I do some editing and cut out boring bits and that kind of stuff. I think that's pretty standard for most Minecraft YouTubers these days, is to not show everything, because everyone knows how to play the game, right? You don't need me to go like, okay, so this is how you make a sword, this is how you make a pick. There's plenty... Oh, 2 skeletons with enchanted bows. I'm not heading over there right now. There's plenty of tutorials out there for that kind of thing, so that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for, people who are experienced and want something a little bit different, which is what I hope this is going to be. Of course, the very early stages here aren't going to be all that different. But later on, once we get into building and trying to figure out how exactly we're going to go about that. Ooh. That should get a little more interesting, I think. So we got some redstone here. Of course, I do not have an iron pick, so I'm not going to touch that at the moment. And I'm not sure off the top of my head what the best layer for diamonds is, because I think it changed. Excuse me. I think it changed recently. It always used to be between 10 and 16, I think. But I don't know if that's the case anymore. Oh, there's some iron right there. And because of the limited resources, I'm going to have to pretty much take what I can get here. I don't really want to leave anything unmined, you know. So even though that iron's in an awkward spot, I do still kind of have to get it. Otherwise, I might not get the chance. I might end up low on iron, and I'll be wishing I had mined this stuff. Of course, iron though is a renewable resource. I'm not entirely sure what your options are with iron. I know there's, of course, iron golem farms. That's a little bit of a late game thing, though. I don't know if villagers just have iron trades or not. I know they'll have iron tool trades, which is going to be, I think, common in this series. We might not be able to get a lot of the raw resources, but will be able to get, you know, tools and other crafted items from villager trades. These zombies are getting very annoying. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little scared to go deal with them right now with no armor or anything, because it sounds like there's a lot of them in there, and if it is a spawner, which I am hoping it is, it might be a little bit risky to go take it on so unequipped. I'm gonna wait until I get at least a bit of iron armor and an iron sword, and I'm gonna leave here right now because this is gonna make a terrible video if you're just stuck listening to those growls constantly. Let's see. Yeah, they're right back there somewhere. So, this might not be the most interesting video, because of course, all I've done so far is mine. Everyone, I think, kind of has their own way to play the game. Some people like to build a house very quickly. Other people prefer to gather their resources, which is kind of what I like to do. Something that I've kind of neglected is food. I don't have any food. And of course, being on hard, I will starve. I think on normal, it leaves you with half a heart. And of course, easy leaves you with a whole bunch of hearts left, even after your hunger bar empties completely. Those cows over there are making me mad. But yeah, I can't not have food here, so I don't have anything that I can breed those pigs with yet. They'll probably be my best food source. Or I guess the sheep could be a food source. I always forget that sheep have mutton now. I've been playing this game for so long, I don't even know what half the features are anymore. You know, I still remember back when you punched sheep to get the wool off of them. Ooh. Ooh, those skeletons. Yeah. This was kind of a dumb idea for me. Is the moon rising? It is. Or no, it's not. Okay, good. So I don't have to worry about those guys for very long. Yeah, I still remember back... Ooh, go away. I still remember back when you punched sheep and skeletons had terrible aim. I miss those good old days. There we go. Zombies dropped feathers, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, sometimes I'm not entirely up to date on everything, and I forget how sometimes there's newer ways of doing things and how some things have changed and all that. Ooh, look at over there. Yeah, so need some wood. Some of you might be screaming at me to do this or that because, you know, the latest update added this or that you can do now, and I might not know about it, but oh well. That's part of the fun, isn't it? Thinking that you're better than me. Yeah. Anyway, let's just get a basic food farm set up here. So that I'll at least have something to eat if I don't get any better food source. This tree's bothering me. At least I'll have some bread. Maybe I should actually go kill those zombies. Ooh, there's a creeper. Creepers, of course, don't burn. So he's going to be around for a while because I can't, like, go far away so that he despawns or anything like that. I'm just going to try and kill these zombies because, of course, zombies can drop carrots and potatoes. At least, from what I remember, they can. Of course, who knows what might have changed, although that doesn't seem like the type of thing that they would remove from the game. But hopefully I can get some carrots. And I got a potato. Okay. I did not want a potato. I wanted a carrot. But I suppose a potato is better than nothing. So I'll plant the rest of these. Get that potato planted. Get that stuff. Yeah. So we're about, we're just past 20 minutes now, I think. Ooh. So this might be a good place to end the episode. Who wants to bet that I can get this creeper? No, 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 no! To drop a record. I'm thinking that no, that is not gonna happen. But wouldn't that be something? Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this or not. But anyway, yeah, we're past 20 minutes now, so this is probably a good place to end this first episode. Of course, the whole series isn't probably going to be like this, shot live in this way, because I imagine that would get kind of boring. But let me know in the comments what you prefer, what kind of style you would like to see for this this series, and I will take into account what people are saying, of course. But yeah, so thanks for watching. I mean, not much of an interesting ending, but thanks for watching, and if you want to stay up to date with this series, of course, subscribe to the channel, or if you'd like to see any other things that I'm working on, subscribe to the channel. So yeah, thanks for watching.